Good morning, Kisha James.
Good morning.
It is so good to hear your voice.
Hey.
It's good to hear your voice.
Hey, listen, on Working Woman Wednesday, we always try to salute an awesome woman who is just in the fight, doing her thing, on her grind. And it is also Autism Awareness Month. And so when we found out about your position as the executive director for the National Capital Area Local Chapter of Autism Speaks, I said, we got to get her on the line. So good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to talk about Autism Awareness Month.
Absolutely. Now, first off, tell us how you came into the executive director position for Autism Speaks and what your job and your role is as executive director.
Absolutely. Well, actually, I recently started here just about a few months ago, but my professional career has been within the health advocacy nonprofit organizations, and I've really dedicated my career to helping organizations lead the fight in causes such as Alzheimer's, epilepsy, and I've worked with other nonprofits like Sjogren's. What I've done throughout my career is fundraise, build relationships, and then help ensure families have programs and services. When presented with the opportunity to work for this organization, it was just one I could not pass up. Autism is a cause that affects so many people, but unfortunately, we have a lot of opportunity to increase awareness, and this chapter and this organization was just a great fit for my skills.
Nice. Now, I see that you went to LSU, a graduate at LSU, got your bachelor's in communication. So did you always want to be in the health field? How did you kind of get into that?
Yes, LSU, go Tigers. Well, while at LSU, I started off as an intern at a local nonprofit in Baton Rouge, and that's really where I got my start. I was able to have great mentors and a great manager who when my internship came to an end and I graduated, she asked me if I wanted to come to the D.C. area and meet some of her friends who were in the business, in the nonprofit world. And my first job was the Points of Light Foundation in downtown D.C. And so really it is how I got my start. I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do, but after interning at a place called Volunteer Baton Rouge, I knew that I wanted to make a difference and be in the nonprofit world. And so I started off there, and I'm still here. I won't tell you how many years later because I'll be telling my age, but many, many moons later, I'm still in the nonprofit sector.
You're still in the game. We're talking to Kisha James. She is the executive director for the National Capital Area Local Chapter of Autism Speaks. Can we speak a little bit on autism in general, how it gets diagnosed, and some of the misconceptions when it comes to autism? Because that's essentially what Autism Awareness Month is all about.
Yes, and so we call it World Autism Month, and we use this month as an opportunity to really raise awareness of autism and the cause. And so autism is a spectrum disorder, and it basically refers to a broad range of conditions, and it's characterized by social skills and challenges, repetitive behaviors, speech, nonverbal communications, many of the things that you or I may take for granted. For example, someone with autism may not understand that facial expressions when someone's upset and you have that look on your face. They may not understand that nonverbal communication. And so we now know that there is not just one autism, but many types, and people don't understand that it's a broad range of a broad spectrum. So we say that when you meet one person with autism, you've met one person with autism because the behaviors can be very different. What people don't realize that it impacts so many people. There's 1 in 59 children are impacted by autism. And so because of that, it's vital that our organization raise funds and raise awareness of our cause so people understand it and have care and compassion when they come across someone with autism. Many, many times, even as children, we meet people that are different than us, and we don't understand it. And so that's why it's important for us to educate the general public when you meet someone that may not express themselves as we typically do.
Now, for a parent who may think that their child is autistic or doesn't really know, what should parents do in this situation? And a lot of times, I'm sure you've seen it. Parents probably get that fear or have a fear when they find out that their child is diagnosed with autism. How do you all work with people to help them understand it a little bit more and get the proper, care that is necessary?
Well, a couple of things. And obviously, I'm no doctor, so please understand that. However, there are a few things that we would say are signs, right? And some of those signs, it's basically can include social skills. And so some of the things that we recognize as typical behavior, eye contact, facial expressions, tones of voice, some of those things that you may see different in your child at certain ages, if you recognize that, then you should really talk to your doctor to make sure. Recognizing emotions and intentions in others, someone with autism may not be able to do that. They may or may not be able to express their own emotions. So when someone is able to express frustration verbally, someone on the spectrum may not be able to do that as well. Taking turns in conversations, I talk, you talk. That's something that someone on the spectrum may not be able to do as well. There are sometimes very narrow or extreme interests in specific topics. So someone may hone in on a specific topic all the time. That's something that's different. But of course, what we always say is call your doctor. If it's someone younger, call your pediatrician and share the information or the behaviors that they may deem different.
Got you. Now, Kisha, before we let you go, for Autism Speaks, is that a place that we can go to for more information? And how do people get in touch with Autism Speaks?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, we have a toll-free number that you can call anytime, that anyone can call anytime and ask any of the questions. Just as you mentioned, if they are asking about some of the symptoms, if they're looking for resources, wanting to find different information, they can call our 1-800 number, which is 1-888-AUTISM-2, and that is 1-888-288-4762. And we are happy to talk with people parents, grandparents, friends, teachers, social workers, and everyone in between. And that's whether they have a connection to autism or just have questions about it.
Got it. Well, Kisha, we salute you. We thank you for the work that you're doing with autism, and would love to get some of your experts up here as well throughout the month to speak more to it, and just making sure we keep people informed. I was on the website for Autism Speaks, and it says helping increase understanding and acceptance. And I think that's an awesome goal right there.
Absolutely, and that's what we want people to recognize this month for those that are not impacted by autism, to have the understanding for people that may be different than them. And I think that's a vital message for everyone. It doesn't matter what your age is, to have some care, compassion, and concern for all.
There it is. Miss Kisha, thank you so much for being with us, and congratulations on everything. And we know you're going to do great things with Autism Speaks.
Thank you. Have a good day.